The Lunar New Year period is a time to strengthen family bonds, and this should be a focus for all Singaporeans in the year ahead as the country seeks to build a brighter future. This was the thrust of Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong's annual Lunar New Year message. Mr. Lee said this applies to both our own families as well as the larger Singapore family, and we should look out for the less fortunate, especially the elderly, during the festive season.
The less fortunate, the elderly, and Singaporeans of different races. These are members of what Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong calls the larger Singapore family. And this unit has to be strengthened. This means looking out for others and nurturing ties with one another. Mr. Lee said Singaporeans sometimes take the country's peace and harmony for granted. But in our multiracial, secular society, there is a need to live and let live and be willing to compromise for the common good. Part of efforts to strengthen families involves respecting and taking care of our elders. And Mr. Lee said much of Singapore's early success is down to its pioneer generation. This group of elders saw Singapore through difficult times and helped the country grow from third world to first. In recognition of this, Mr. Lee said efforts are underway to help them age happily. Some of this will come in the form of a Pioneer Generation package. Now, this package was announced in December last year and is expected to focus on medical needs. More details will be announced in the budget next month. Mr. Lee said a special event will be held at the Istana next weekend to honour members of the Pioneer Generation. Even as the country honours its seniors, Mr. Lee said more needs to be done to encourage Singaporeans to have more children. He noted that birth figures are still too low, despite the government's best efforts. One important factor is whether good childcare is available. Mr. Lee said 20,000 new childcare places are on track to be delivered by 2017. And this will hopefully help to create a more pro-family environment. Mr. Lee is optimistic that the Year of the Horse will see some improvement in this area. Already 200 couples are set to get married on the 14th of February, which is both Valentine's Day and the 15th day of Lunar New Year, making it especially auspicious.